Hi everyone, I hope you're well. As you can see, the monthlies are now up and I will still try to get some weeklies done as well, and those videos will be released later, probably later on in the week. I'm doing an impromptu reading today. Because I've done all the monthlies, I wasn't going to do anything today. I was going to have like a day of rest. But I started doing a reading for myself. And when the first few messages came out, I thought, oh, this is interesting. I need to do an embracing video around boundaries. And then the more the messages came out, the more I thought, shit, I can't keep this to myself. This is actually quite big and it could be helpful to other people or useful to other people. So I continue doing the reading for myself. I still feel like all of the messages that came out are going to be useful for other people. So as you can see, I've got all the cards out from the reading I did, from the personal reading I did. And I've made some notes and I've got clarifiers under all of these. So I'm just going to go through it using the notes that I've got. And this is around boundaries. I feel it's really important messages. So the first card we have is surrender to the wisdom of your body, if you can see that. And it says, listen to your body's messages about a person or a situation. If you feel physically drained or uncomfortable, be cautious. If you are energized and happy, move forward. So the clarifier we got for this was the 7 of Wands in reverse. And I took that to say that if anything or anyone or situation feels like it's breaking down your defenses, listen to your body and take appropriate action. Do you need to get the hell out of there? Do you need to set some boundaries? Do you need to rebuild your boundaries? So next, surrender to your full power. This is going to get a mess, isn't it? It says, your life is calling for you to step into your full power rather than playing it small. Clarifier we got here was the Ace of Swords. So I feel like it's like she has a spear of truth here, and this is the sword of truth. So the way I took that is that your truth is your power. So that one was a pretty simple message. Next we have surrender the habit of people pleasing, which says, speak your needs and be true to yourself. Focus on your own happiness instead of always trying to make everyone else happy. The clarifiers we got for that are, and have I mixed up the order? Yeah, I've mixed the order up a little bit. Right. So we got the Knight of Swords, 6 of Cups, and the 4 of Swords. So going back to my notes, first of all, be honest. Be honest about who you are, what your needs are in terms of people pleasing. You may need to release old habits or heal old habits of people pleasing if that's something that you do. And also don't let the wounds that other people have, their old wounds, interfere with your life. Don't let their old wounds or their emotions hold you hostage. So let's put those back down. Next we have entrapment. And the clarifiers, and I've mixed them up again, haven't I? Yet the clarifiers we got for that were, for this entrapment card, 7 of Pentacles, the Moon, and the 8 of Cups. So for that, my question was, is the particular situation, the bond, the relationship worth it? And that relationship could be with anyone. It could be with family members, it could be with friends, it could be with people at work, children, romantic partners, whoever. The 7 of Pentacles to me says, is it worth it? Is the situation worth it? The Moon, I took it to say, is look at the bigger picture. What's hidden, what's between the lines. And then with the 8 of Cups, I felt that it's saying, do you need space? Do you need distance? Do you need to take a step back? Or do you need to walk away altogether? Is that particular relationship or situation controlling you? Do you feel powerless? So just put that there. Next, help from above. So I took this as sort of like along the lines of divine support and divine guidance. And with that, we have Temperance. I don't know why I'm holding them up like this. I should just put them down, shouldn't I? But it's too late. I've started it this way now, so I'll continue. We have, if I can actually hold them now because there's so many. We have Temperance, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, the 9 of Pentacles, and the Hermit. So what do I get for this? Just looking at my notes. Right, do certain situations, bonds or connections interfere with your path and your self-worth? Do they prevent your spiritual team, if you believe in that or whatever you believe in? Do they prevent that from helping you? Or does the situation or the bond prevent you from receiving messages from spirit or your spiritual team? Do these kind of bonds, do they delay or prevent divine timing or destiny or transformation? Do they impact your abundance, your independence, and your soul's path? So the Temperance card for me is like the spiritual team, spiritual guidance, your connection, your direct connection to the universe, God, source, angels, ancestors, whatever you believe in. Wheel of Fortune is where like destiny, it's delays, isn't it? Delays in on your path. Nine of Pentacles for me, that's like the independence card, the abundance card, and the Hermit was your path. So do the connections interfere? Just basically interfere with your life, your path, your connection to spirit, etc. So next we have love, and I feel that this is to do with self-love and unconditional love. So we have the Queen of Pentacles, the High Priestess, and the Page of Wands. So for me, the Queen of Pentacles, she's going to be about values, her self-worth. High Priestess is your own intuition, your own inner guidance. And the Page of Wands for me is exploration, and especially to do with your identity and your path. So yeah, does the connection or the bond honor or have a negative impact on your own values and self-worth? Does it allow you, does it support you in trusting your own intuition and senses? Do you always feel like you need validation from the people closest to you? Do they have that sort of hold over you? You know, you have to be free to discover your own identity and your path. Does it do these bonds and connections affect your beliefs and how you think and feel about love? Are you settling? And not just romantically, but even with family, depending on how you grew up, how you were raised. Maybe you've got certain limiting beliefs about love, what love is, how you should be treated. And I can't think of any examples at this point in time. Maybe you had parents who were unemotionally available and that's impacted how you've grown up, or you feel like you can't speak your mind. That's just a couple of examples I can think of. Maybe you have low self-esteem because of how you were raised and you don't feel lovable, possibly. So next we have, let's just check I haven't missed anything with that. Nope. Right, so this is an interesting one. Resurrection, reprise, recovery, comeback. And for that, I got the Queen of Swords and Queen of Wands. And on the bottom of the deck was death. So I took that. I mean, death goes with that card, resurrection, definitely. So I'm going to have to tell you, well, I don't have to. I'm going to tell you a funny story now. Two funny stories. Number one, probably about 4 to 5 years ago, in a major, because one of my major spiritual awakenings happened around about 5 years ago. And one of the first decks I had was the Rider-Waite deck. So what I used to do with my decks to cleanse sometimes, I used to take it out into a garden, someone else's house in their garden, and I used to put it on like this grill sort of thing and put sage under and let the smoke of the sage cleanse the cards. And I'd sort of leave the cards out there, go off and get on with whatever I'm doing inside the house, leave them for like half an hour or whatever and come back. And that was my version of cleansing. What I didn't realise, one day I went to the house and I was just wandering around the garden and the Queen of Wands card was hidden somewhere in the bushes. She was battered. You may have seen it if you've seen any of my other readings, and I bring out the Rider-Waite. The Queen of Wands is battered. I'm a Leo rising and Leo moon. And when I did find that card, that Queen of Wands card, I felt like I'd kind of got some of my power back. Not because I found the card, before I found the card. So it's kind of like I found a part of myself again. And it kind of, to me, it signified losing her was when I was at my lowest points in the awakening. And it was like finding her again was just confirmation that, yes, you've kind of made a comeback. You've got your strength back. You've got your power back. So onto the Queen of Swords cards. So today, right before I did these readings, for some reason I felt the need to count the cards. I thought, let me just check that all of these cards are here. So I did the oracle decks and I did all the tarot cards that I was going to be using for the reading, counted them 3 times, and from this deck, which is which one is it now? Gilded Tarot. I thought there's a card missing. I counted it and there was a card missing, and I thought I was looking for it. I looked for it a little bit, and then I did find it under a table. It was the Queen of Swords, and I have had to set a boundary that has actually been long overdue, and I've just set that boundary very, very recently, and I feel like that's me finding that part of myself. Yep, so that's the story. So in terms of the actual message, I just find that really fascinating that happened. And I am a Libra. Queen of Swords is Libra, or can be connected to Libra. I'm a Libra sun and Venus, and then as I said, I'm a Leo moon and rising. So I just found that completely fascinating, and I do feel I've been going through a transformation at the minute in terms of my path and my whole life. So anyway, back to the messages. So just bear with me a moment. Right. So as I say, with that Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords together, that is a return of your power and assertiveness. It says, I won't be held back. And with the Death card, that's a need to release the old ways. In terms of how I feel about the boundary I've had to set in the past, this type of situation, I would feel very hurt, very angry, sort of all over the place, very highly emotional, upset, and maybe that will come. Who knows? Maybe it's just a delayed reaction and I'm just cool at the minute. But the decision I've made with that boundary, it just came in so calmly and peacefully. I'm not angry. I'm not particularly hurting. I just have a very calm and certain sense of, right, this is what I need to do. And actually what I'm needing to do is nothing. Obviously it's very personal, so I can't go into specific details, but it's, for me, I'm very much a fixer. If there's a problem, my mind is like a problem solving mind, where it's like, right, what can I do to fix this? What can I do to make it better? This time, my intuition, my mind, my heart, whatever, is telling me, do nothing, take a step back, don't say anything, don't do anything, just take a step back. And that's what feels right at this particular point in time. So I just want to check I haven't missed anything from that. Nope, I haven't. And as you can see, I forgot to say at the beginning, it's the same ring, isn't it? My crystals today, I have smoky quartz, which can be about cleansing negative energy. This one here. It doesn't look smoky on the camera from what I can see, but yeah. And then this one is hematite, and I've got the same ring here, hematite ring as well. And then we just have chalcedony, to do with balancing emotions, and moonstone, and I can't remember what that means, but I think it's along the same lines. So next we have the ecstasy, yielding rapture bliss card. So if you look at that, the clarifiers that came up for that were the Hierophant. This person or this energy of the Hierophant, if you've seen any of the monthly readings, and in the recent video I did on embracing intimacy, sensuality, and your sexual side, this person, whatever, I feel like it's been in every single reading. And a big part of the message I feel like I'm getting from this is about throwing the rules out, or throwing the rule book out. But in terms of this ecstasy card, for me, it feels like, is this where the rules hold us back? So like family, traditions, cultural traditions, community, society, our own limiting beliefs, what we've taken on from family, community, society, or culture. Who is genuinely supportive of us, or is someone trying to control us? Who do we really feel safe with? Who can we let our guard down with and know that we are genuinely protected and not just being controlled? Who can we be free with and free to be ourselves with? So we have this pray card next. It's a really creepy card, to be honest. And who do we get but the Magician? And this Magician, a lot of the time, feels quite sinister to me. Not all the time, but recently I've noticed, probably the past few weeks or so, he has felt a bit sinister. And especially with this prey card, it's a card of for me it's control, the controlling and manipulative side of the magician. So yeah, it's about control and manipulation. Are the bonds, relationships, connections, the people that you're close to, are they trying to control you physically, emotionally, mentally? Yeah, are they controlling you? Again, are you held hostage by somebody else's beliefs, emotions, thoughts, way of life, any of that? So right, I have so done with the oracle cards now. I got some individual tarot cards down the side as well that I wanted to look at. So the first one I got was the Page of Cups, and he was clarified by the Lovers, the Two of Wands, and I am actually going to put this down. I know it's a bit late in the game to be doing this, but let's put it down, give my hands a break. So yeah, we got the Page of Wands clarified by the Lovers, the Two of Wands, and the Five of Cups. So for me, that Page of Cups is about, it's the inner child, and it's about reparenting yourself and listening to your inner child. With the Lovers there, it says, yes, you have strong connections with other people, people that you're close to, but you also have a right to connect with the things that you love as well. You have a right to choose your path with that Two of Wands. And in terms of that Five of Cups, there may be a need to release fears and worries about how you moving forward on your path will affect others. I mean, especially in codependent relationships, you'll never get it right. That person will always find a way to be hurt by you being yourself, by you following your path. It will always have a negative impact on them, and there's nothing you can do about that. That's their karma and their wounds that they need to deal with. So yeah, tread carefully, but just remember that you're responsible for your path and your karma. Other people are responsible for their path and their karma as well. So I think that's it for that one. So we'll put that back. Next we get the Ace of Swords, and that was clarified by Judgment. I love the combination of the Ace of Swords and Judgment together. We've got the Queen of Cups, and we have the Three of Cups in reverse. So for this one, to me, Ace of Swords and Judgment together are saying that you need to make a balanced and honest assessment about how the people that you're close to and the bonds that you have in your life, how they feel. The Queen of Cups is the feelings card, and how you feel. Three of Cups in reverse to me is sort of saying, is the support genuine? Is it restrictive? Does it nourish you? And vice versa as well. Is your support or alleged support towards other restrictive or nourishing? Does the support, and I should say that in well, you can't say it, but it would be in, not quotation marks, you know what I mean, when people do, I can't even remember what it's called that now. My mind has gone blank. Does the support, does it restrict your growth? Does it make you smaller, or does it allow you to grow and expand? And then finally, wrapping it up, we have the Temperance card. And Temperance was clarified by the Tower, the Strength card, the Four of Pentacles, and the Two of Swords in reverse. So the final message I got was, what do I need to do, or what do we need to do to restore harmony? Do we need to let the Tower fall? So the relationship itself, and it's not necessarily about absolutely cutting yourself off from people 100%. I mean, there may be certain situations that you will have to do that, and you can only make that judgment for yourself if you really need to cut ties, fully cut ties with someone. Sometimes it is just about needing space, distance, a bit of time to yourself, time away from that particular person, setting boundaries possibly. But whatever the old ways were of how that bond and relationship and connection worked, that Tower needs to fall. And that the Tower falling, it may help you to regain your strength with the Strength card here, or you use your strength to do that, to let the Tower fall. And that doesn't mean by force. I mean, with the strength cards, it's always, I mean, I take it to be the Empress. I think it is traditionally the Empress. She sort of has this chain around the lion, or she's with the lion, but it's not forceful. Like the lion is very powerful, but she's very gentle in the way. I think the lion's kind of submissive to her in a way, but it's not sinister. It's just gentle. Like I'd say the lion feels safe and calm with her. She brings him, or whatever, we'll say him because it's masculine energy, peace. So it may not be about being forceful. Strength, as I say, it can be just, for me, is taking a step back. That is my strength. And as I say, I feel very calm in doing that, in taking a step back. I don't have to disagree, argue, say anything at all. I'm literally just taking a step back. And once you do that, once you let the tower fall, once you have your strength or use your strength, it's a case of you can let go. Four of Pentacles is a need to let go. Or you free yourself, and then you will see things clearly. The Two of Swords in reverse is like seeing, here it means seeing things clearly. So that's the message that I had to share. I just felt that it would be so useful. As I say, as I kept going through it, I thought, wow, this, I can't just keep this to myself. This is like a universal message. I mean, to be honest, a lot of personal messages, personal readings they're relevant to others. It's not just us. Even when I do the readings for other people, the monthlies, whatever messages I do, I always gain something from it and find something useful from it. So as I say, I hope this is helpful. Thank you very much for watching. Look out for the weeklies, whichever day they arrive. And again, I always say, share if you feel like you want to share your comments. I'm happy to see what your experience, your story is that may be useful to someone else. But thanks again for watching, and take care.